This is Kirk Morrison, proud Aztec alum. November 20th is a huge game for the Aztecs when they host the nationally ranked Utah Utes at Qualcomm Stadium. Come out to the big game against Utah and pick up your very own Kirk Morrison Aztec jersey. Go Aztecs!
Well, this is a big week for many reasons. First and foremost, it is signing week, and these next few days, beginning tomorrow at 8 a.m., we're going to have a real big win that's going to pay a lot of dividends. So my first W of the week goes to Coach Walia Woods, our recruiting coordinator and assistant coach. We have multiple commitments that we will be able to announce over the next few days, and I think as your program continues to have success, it really going forward is where you feel it. So think of everything that we've been able to accomplish over the last couple seasons. That was reflected in the quality of living rooms we were able to get into, and thusly the quality of student athlete that we've been able to get to sign with us in these next few days. So it's been a busy time, but an exciting time for the next few days to announce that stuff, which I can't announce yet, or else I would tell you that. But hopefully everyone here is on the edge of their seat, and we'll check on that stuff tomorrow. With that, we thought we'd open light, just for the heck of it. It's interesting, UCLA just pummeled a pretty good NAIA team last night. They're as athletic a team as we'll see all year long. They're a little bit, I don't want to say easy to prepare for because they're not, but they have 4 of 5 starters back. The majority of their offense, their defense, they are the team that beat NC State in the first round and eventually lost to Nebraska last year in the tournament. They're going to give us a lot of challenges because of their speed and their athleticism. Home opener for both. Great opportunity for us. We're going to be bigger and stronger. They're going to be faster. It's going to be a pretty classic matchup and a real tough ask out of the gate, I think, for both of us. But it should be a really good game.
Coach, I'm sure in your career you've had seasons that have opened where it's just a little easier and it gets tougher. Then you've had that first jolt out of the gate. Which do you prefer?
It is what it is at this point in time. You don't know. The hard thing about scheduling is you never know if people are going to get hurt. You just don't know. There's a lot of stuff you just don't know. With the youth and inexperience of our smalls, with Coco being the only returning perimeter player, you don't want to open against an athletic running, jumping, experienced team. You just don't, because you have to develop some confidence. And it's. I tell you, the good thing is that it's made us really put the pedal to the metal in terms of preparing them for counters. The hard thing with young players is they got to learn what to do before they learn what to do to counter certain things, and we don't have time because UCLA is going to force you to your plan B from jump. So we've really worked on, and I think we will be prepared. Nothing will be surprising to us, but in terms of preference, it certainly has had our team's attention right from the spring in the weight room. I mean, they knew this was the opener, and I think on maybe a sluggish practice day, day 10, day 11, you reminded them that they weren't going to get away with anything in their opener. So I'm making it a positive because I have to. How's that? Did that kind of answer it?
It did.
Okay.
Did you like your starting 5 last week?
Oh, I was going to say, well, you can't ask me that in front of all these cameras. Of course I like our starting 5. I like all 13 of them equally well. I thought that we improved a ton from our close scrimmage to our game. And that's the most important thing to me. We really feel in order to keep experience on the floor, Coco and Gabby Clark have to be split up. And I'm calling Gabby experience loosely because she hasn't played in a year, but at least she did play. She was a double-figure minute player in the conference her freshman year. So I think Gabby and Coco have done a terrific job for us, and it's important that one of the two of them is always on the floor. Coco obviously is going to start the game at the point, and I think it's good to know that if we have to make a change, if something's not working, Gabby's the one that we feel has the best ability to make an adjustment of all the other rookies. I thought Sweat did a great job. She's aggressive offensively. She's going to get better and better. Just example again, UCSD, our knowns are Paris and JB. So they decided to front and back them, and we made our first 7 shots. So we can shoot the ball. Gabby can shoot the ball. Courtney Clements can shoot the ball. Sweat can shoot the ball. So I think we have some different weapons. We're going to score differently, but I thought we started well, and obviously performed pretty well throughout.
So we can expect that same 5 on Thursday?
Well, we got 3 days of practice against, preparation is important, and I think what they learned last week is that the givens are pretty much Coco, JB, and Paris from their body of work. And then we have 3 days where we're going to simulate some different things, and I can't know from how to guard things, both how to attack things, who's going to do the best at it. That was our philosophy last week, was because of what I just said.
Coach, I don't know how much you can talk about recruiting yet, but was there a specific position, specific type of player that you were really trying to target in this particular class?
Well, we'll always go for best player available. I'm not going to say, someone great's going to call and say, nope, we're filled. You're not going to go that route. So we're always going to go after the brightest and the best. PJ and JB's graduation and Kalina Tutt and Cece becoming seniors made it pretty obvious that front line, like a lot of these guys are frontline players. Getting Chelsea Hopkins really early in the latter part of June was our number one priority. That made the summer a lot easier because now we could look at what other small will complement what Chelsea's going to do because she's already coming in as a junior. So our focus was 3s, 4s, and 5s because that's where we're losing the most, but we also were able to really narrow and go after only great guards because if we didn't get them, we were okay. So it was kind of a win-win.